this new video. Today I will be making ASMR in this giant Pope statue. This is the statue from John Paul II. He used to be the Pope from 1978 till his death in 2005. Well, let's explore it a little bit. You can see the sun is already getting low. It is early evening and you can see there's a lot of graffiti on the statue. But still some people also put some flowers in front. I'm actually surprised that it's not made out of stone, but more like a kind of wood, plastic kind of material. But I think some parts of it are made out of stone. But you can hear it sounds pretty hollow. Here are the buttons from the shirt. And it is actually possible to go inside, which is this little door on the back of the Pope. Here you can see, this is the back side. So let's go in, let's go in, let's go in. Before we enter, I would like to explain to you why there is a Pope statue standing in the middle of nowhere. This statue stands on the edge of Częstochowa, one of Poland's most important pilgrimage cities. In 2011, a miniature park called Złota Góra, meaning Golden Mountain, opened here, featuring replicas of religious buildings from Europe and Asia. However, in its early years, the park struggled to attract visitors. So, in 2013, they unveiled the world's tallest statue of John Paul II, standing 14 meters high. And it worked. More tourists started to find the park. But despite this, a mix of poor management, promotion and organization led to its decline, and the park eventually closed in 2020. Since then, it has become a popular spot for urban explorers like me. Unfortunately, much of the park has been vandalized, and the miniatures are now in terrible condition. The Pope statue is one of the few structures still standing. If you want to know more about the history of this place, check out my other video. Now, let's take a look inside. What I actually find pretty surprising is that the material they used on the inside is just styrofoam. Currently there's quite some glass and just trash laying around in this statue. Alright, it, I will climb one floor up on these stairs. This looks actually pretty cool with the sun that is setting and shining on the outside. It sort of gives a glow here. It actually looks pretty cool like this, like all, I don't know, some visual effects. Alright, we're now in the head chamber. Well, this is the floor where the head is also installed. And there's a little staircase going into the head. So this is one hall where you can look outside. I will give you now a little peek so you can look outside. You can see the head of the Pope and his arm. On the background, of course, a beautiful sunset. It seems like they also just stuck some aluminium foil on the inside. Some styrofoam that was almost loose from the Pope. So now I'm in the head of the Pope. This is how it sounds in the head of John Paul II, the statue at least. It is actually very quiet here. I think the styrofoam is absorbing the sound a bit. Here you can see the entire inside of the Pope. It is actually pretty easy to climb it, although I have to stand a little bit in awkward position, but for the majority, it is very nice. Here you can see the nose of the Pope, and in the distance, the city of Częstochowa, with all its churches. It has a lot of churches. This is the outside of the head of the Pope, actually the cheek. Let's enjoy this little moment on top of the Pope here. I hope you found the Pope relaxing. The sun has slowly set, and I hope you could relax a little bit from this. I wish you all a very, very good night. Alright. Bye bye.